It depends on what you set the intention for at this moment in time. It is like a gradual process. As we've seen today, there have been some entertaining characters that have come through, which for a public demonstration will be pure entertainment and what most people will remember. There are some that like to work with guides and bring through philosophy. That is also possible, as well as the Ascended Masters and those from other dimensions within the multiverse. And it really all depends on how you and your existing guides and new ones yet to come would like to work with you. So it is like an evolution, and you will go through each stage as and when you are ready, bearing in mind that you are here on the earth plane for a physical experience, and that has to have a balance. But you are already further along than you realize. And sometimes you have so much going on the earth plane, your logical mind is so busy that in order to further develop to the highest levels, you will need to find some quiet time to just sit in the power of trance. That is your next area that you need to try and make time for. Despite your busy life, it would really help evolve you further to where you would like to be.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. That makes sense for this week.
Dave, what about your trance journey and your intention?
I've always been interested in direct voice, and the wonderful Leslie Flint has been around me on and off for years. So I would just like to know it's on my pathway to actually fully develop that gift.
Likewise, you need to try and sit in the power directly with Leslie Flint so he can work on your voice box for direct voice. You are another busy soul who spends so much time working for spirit, which is truly, truly appreciated by so many. But your own trance development has come at that expense. So you need to try and find, even if it's only 1 hour a week to begin with, to sit in the power and call in Leslie Flint to work on your voice box for direct voice. It will happen, my friend, maybe quicker than you realize, but it is all about setting that intention and making a bit of time for it. However, time is a man-made concept. There is no such thing in the spirit world, and there is nothing to stop your development happening while you are asleep if you set the intention.
Thank you.
So you do have a choice as to exactly how you will do it, my friends. And thank you for working with me on questions and answers for trance. I will now allow another guide to come through and speak.
Thank you very much.
Blessed be, my dear friends. My name is Silver Birch.
Welcome, my
There
friend.
is one phrase that I know has been mentioned many times. To serve is the coin of spirit. And there are many ways within which to serve, of which trance is one aspect of mediumship. You know there is spiritual healing, mental mediumship. It does not matter what you call these aspects. But mediumship per se, including trance, is like a multifaceted diamond. There are many parts to it. And I would like to draw to your attention another form, and I am trying to find the word that describes this. No, it's not triangle. It is the word diamond. I'm going to draw it for you. The diamond shape starts from the top of your crown, comes down to the ears, where there are special sensors there, and comes down to your voice box. That is like a diamond shape within, is it geometry? Geometry, yes, geometry.
Geometry is correct, yes.
So that is like a very basic diamond shape. However, it goes beyond that. That's only one dimension. you talk about third dimensions, fourth and fifth dimensions. There is the third eye, and then other aspects of which the diamond, that shape, goes around your whole body, especially the head area. And it becomes like the whole shape of a diamond that's been polished and faceted into its many sides. And that is how I would explain it to you. Do you have any questions about that explanation from anyone? Any comments?
No, that makes perfect sense to me anyway.
We are trying to cooperate with questions and answer session today. I know there's been a lot of entertaining guides come through and characters, but you did ask for someone to try and do a question and answer session, and that is what we are wishing to try and practice with the group. I appreciate it is the first time today that we have done such a thing, and you might all be in a state of mild shock at experiencing this for the first time. But there is always a first time.
The symbology of the power centre is very perceptive, very powerful. So the shape of the energy centre is as important as the energy that comes out of it.
Yes, that is true, my friend. But what we would like to do with you moving forward, which you have already requested earlier on, is for the Guide Collective to come through and answer your questions. It will not always be the person who starts initially speaking, but whoever within the spirit realm is best suited to answer anyone's question moving forward. I would just like to leave that with you, and I will allow another guide to come through and speak with you shortly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear friend. Your humble servant.
Thank you, my friend.
Hello, my name is Helena.
Welcome,
Helena Roerick. I've come through to give you a few words of philosophy, as that is my strength of area. I would like to talk with you about the moon energy and its effect upon humanity upon the earth plane. We all know the gravitational pull of the sea with the moon and Mother Earth. But a similar thing happens with each and every one of you human beings who are here in physical form upon the earth plane, like I once was, like you are here now. And women especially notice it because of their, how shall I say it delicately, their time of the month that they go through during the earlier years of their fertility. However, there are other stages of fertility for womankind, such as, you call it the menopause, although I do not think that is a good phrase, but it is one that is known upon the earth plane. And you still go through a cycle of sorts, even though you may not be going through the earlier phase of fertility. And the moon has an impact on this. If you look at the moon in the night sky, you may feel more drawn to it at certain times of the month, when the moon waxes and wanes. It becomes a full moon, half a moon, and an eclipse, which happens every now and then. Notice these changes, as they are so subtle and gentle, but these changes are also felt by man too, although in a different way to women. Women are more noticeable of the changes because of how their bodies have been designed for use upon the earth plane. Whereas for the men, it is a slightly different way, and they look at it in a more logical, scientific sense. I will leave you with those words, but if you have any questions on anything I have said or wish for me to expand further, please feel free to say so.
You say men feel the effects of the moon, but you haven't said how. How do they feel? How is it different to women?
I did explain it was in a logical sense, a scientific way. They do not feel it the way women do, because they are not designed in the same physical way. But they do sense it. If they develop their, how can I put it, mediumship gifts, where they become clairsentient, clear feeling, they will be able to sense the wax and waning of the moon as it happens, even though it does not happen within their own bodies. So that is a way that a man can sense it and feel it if he is so developed enough. They tend to experience it in a more scientific and logical way, with their logical mind. Does that answer your question?
Partly, yeah.
I see we have a critic amongst us. That is fine. I will ask for someone else in time to come forward and try and see if they can answer your question better. Because I can answer it the best way I can, in the way that I understand it. And it may be I need to ask someone within the higher realms to try and explain it from man's perspective, if that is what you so wish for next time, Tanya. So thank you for working with me. As there are no further questions, I will bid you good day. Thank you for working with me.
Good day. Thank you very much.
I've come to close this session. I'm Big Bear, and thank you for working with us today. And I think we have done as you requested earlier on, Dave. It is another aspect of experience. And like everything, for you here and those of us in the spirit world, it is all a learning curve. Blessed be, dear friends, and thank you for working with us.
And thank you all for working with us.
Special.
Any questions whilst on the postcard? Or just get on with it, David? Aye?
Answers on a postcard. Kids will go, what's a postcard?
Yes. Thank you very much, Carol, and your guides. They did what we asked. It was an interesting session. That was.
It was.
Right. Oh, do you want to top up?
Right, thanks. I have to go to the loo again if I have to. I have to go to the loo again.
So you're going to get finished off then. Friends, you have had fun this afternoon. You've had laughter. You have had questions. You have had answers. But mainly, you have had confirmation that those who pass to what you call the spirit realms retain their character, retain their wisdom, retain their knowledge. All those who walk the earth plane come together at the start of your lives in total ignorance of the spirit realms. Your higher self may have that knowledge. You will develop your own gifts to work with your own guides, your inspirers, and they will change as you go through life. As has been said already, those on the spirit realms do not know everything. All work in different ways. All work with whoever they can on the spirit realms to get that knowledge. You have your encyclopedias in this world. The knowledge in that encyclopedia came from the minds of people that walk the earth plane. Most of that knowledge that was coming into the minds of those walking the earth came from spirit. Your doctors, your scientists, your lawyers, your politicians. Once, I will change that term, your ancient politicians, because those today do not allow themselves to be influenced by spirit, because they are not motivated by spirit anymore, or by the best interests of the people. But that is one of the issues